Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, everybody? Sorry, I'm late. I'm late. I'm 6 minutes after. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. Hello, Christopher Harley. Can you hear me? Ian, Kinsey, Joe, Ian, Kinsey. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear. Is that a yes? Is that a yes? I can hear you. Can you hear me? I'm going to the loo. I'm going to the loo. I want to wash my hands. I just got out of the subway. I don't believe in washing it, but I just feel a bit sticky and yucky. Okay, yes, we hear you. Okay, I'll be back in exactly 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Jenny. Hey, who else is there? Joodles and Simon Arnold. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can fix this thing. Make this thing look a bit higher. Is it higher? Better that way? Is it higher? Better that way? 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Yeah, when I went into the bathroom. I'm not good at the bathroom things. I'm not good. Anyway, thank you for coming. Give yourselves all a round of applause. I'm sorry I'm late. I was with my friend Jim Norton and Jim Florentine. These are two of the best comedians in America, and they're performing tomorrow night at the Leicester Square Theater, so go and see them. And they hung out with me. They called me up, which is really amazing that someone calls me. And I mean, Jim Norton is not super famous, but he's pretty famous. He's been on the radio in America, and he's been on Joe Rogan and all that stuff. So that's really good. And and so and it's really great to speak to him. Great to speak to Jim Norton and Jim Florentinus. I've had a very, very rough past day. I wasn't that good last night on the radio, and people thought that I actually advocated shooting people who collect benefits. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? They thought I was in favor of shooting them and starving them to death. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I don't think you could do it. Maybe you can do it. Maybe we should discuss that. Should we shoot? Should we shoot and kill people who collect benefits as a way of reducing the benefit numbers, or starve or shoot? That's the I mean, one of those two things. I mean, that's what what's his name was suggesting, basically, or was he suggesting that? That's what Keir Starmer, starving them. Leslie says starving them. But I mean, the big problem is people who are on benefits. Some of them have no sense of humor. They've been diagnosed as people with no sense of humor. So that was the mistake that I made. They have no sense of humor. Did you hear me say that last night? I don't thought I was that good. I don't think the show was. It wasn't as good as the week before when I first met beautiful Anna. But and I felt bad because Cressida was there in the studio, and I felt bad about that because I felt I was maybe letting Cressida down. Obviously, not letting Cressida down. I wasn't thinking that. But I just said it right now, and you're probably thinking, holy cow, what are you doing saying that, Lewis Schaffer, to Cressida? But I love Cressida too. And I love each and every one of the women here, basically. You would say no. So Lucy, I've asked her before. Maybe she's getting disability payments or something. Sorry. But I asked you, I said, what would you say no to? What would you say no to? Okay, that's what we have to answer this question. I don't know how many people do we have. Do we have watching this? I can't tell how many people we have watching this. 31 viewers. Okay, we're good considering we had a late start. Mr. Croxton is here. Hey guys, hi Lewis. Last night was good. You were the highlight. Yeah, I think I sent the message to them. I said you should give Lewis Schaffer a show. I think I might not be that good, but I may not be that good. I shouldn't ask for a show. I shouldn't ask for a show. Anyway, I was watching yesterday's show. Did you guys see yesterday's show? You did. You were all there. Every single one of you people was there, which I appreciate. Premium is back with my mother. She says you're looking very hot. Very hot. Okay, well there you go. What's your mom's name, Premium? There you go. I like that. I need to be told that. Don't we all need to be told we're hot? We need to be told we look hot. I'd like to see what you guys look like. How's Cressida Key there? Cressida she's brilliant, really. She's brilliant. She's brilliant. She's got a boyfriend. She's not interested in Lewis Schaffer. Or maybe she is. Who knows with women today? Who knows? Chris Worrell looked like he just fell out of bed. Yes, he did. He did. He said he got hit in the head by his kid. His kid hit him in the head with a thing. But I said that was an excuse that I use. I told the Judge, Your Honor. Anyway, she's called Sue and loves your name. Well, you tell Sue, your mom, Premium, that I love her. And Claire C., you have great hair today, Lewis. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. He looked like someone who had taken a swipe at him, too. Yeah, could have been. He didn't look that great. He's a bit fat. I didn't talk about how fat he is. He seemed nice enough, but they're all left-wing people. They seem nice enough, but they're not nice because they're in favor of starving us to death. But he seemed very nice, actually. I was all over the chat, the GBN chat, promoted this stream too. 3 out of 5 comments on there were about how good you are and how much people miss you. GBN viewers love you, and as we do. Thank you very much. That is so nice, Mr. Croxton. That is really, really nice. It's nice to know that. I mean, I'm doing this because I need the attention. But yesterday's show, because I was on this show that we did yesterday at 5, I watched it and I just seemed very dead. I didn't seem like alive, and I'm thinking I'm worried about my own, that maybe I've got early onset dementia or something. I'm 68 years old. I'm losing track of the news since headliners ended. Me too. I don't watch the news, but it's all the same news. And what's good about when I work with Patrick, he reads the news and I just comment on it. I don't have to sit there and pretend that I'm the whatchamacallit guy. Anyway, so I was on the show and I didn't feel I looked good. What do you think about yesterday? I'd like to be more animated. I'm looking at myself now because I went out yesterday after I did the show, after I did our show, and then I went out. I went to the studio, and on the way home, I had 4 peaches, and I had a candy bar, one of those, those wafers, squats, Lewis. Yeah, maybe I should do squats. That's a good idea, Lucy. Anyway, those wafers, those vanilla wafers or lemon wafers, I don't know what they're called, wafers. Anyway, I had one of those, and then I had a chicken kebab from the Peckham Chicken Kebab place. And I woke up this morning, and I had gained 1 kilo of weight. That's what carbs do. And I knew it, and I just felt horrible. I just felt horrible. I felt fat. I don't think I need to be. Maybe I don't need to be super, super skinny. But I need to be attractive. I want to be attractive for all you ladies and the men too. Ian, do you find me attractive? You should take a bell and ring it to get more attention on the show or in life. That's what this is. I'm ringing a bell. I'm on Twitter. We got 36 views so far. I understand the need for attention. I'm exactly the same, Mr. Croxton. I'm a terrible flirt like you are too. Your comment last night about her husband not looking so big in the pictures cracked me up too. Well, you have to think that, because if he's going to come after you, I don't know if he's going to come after me. I don't know if she's coming after me, but she's attractive. And I can't keep a secret. So if any of you girls want to do something with Lewis Schaffer, there's not going to be no secrets. I will tell people, and then your heart will be broken, and then you'll accuse me of some Me Too-ish type thing because I dumped you for somebody else. So I say no to you. Archie Gloom, is that your new name, Archie? Thank you. If you ring a bell, they might think you're a leper. It's because that would happen to lepers. I don't believe in leprosy. I don't believe it. Or do I believe it? I don't know. Whatever these diseases, whenever somebody has a disease, it's usually a nutritional defect. That's what leprosy is. Probably. I just believe in you be healthy. You won't get any of these diseases. You don't have to take any pills. No, no, yes. She comes from good stock. Yeah, she comes from really good stock. You could tell. She was a labor. She actually agreed with me because that one in, one out policy. I told her last time. I said, you support the one in, one out policy. That's why the Tories will never be reelected. Because we don't want one in, one out. We want to keep people out. I take my wife everywhere, but she finds her way home. That's what Henny Egbert says. Schlumberg. Yeah, it's very funny. You don't have to. Please don't tell me jokes. Just your being here is enough. Just you being here is enough. Sorry, I'm late, guys. Mark Thorisian is here. Hey, hi. We've got 37 viewers so far, and we started late. We're not going to get the same numbers as we did yesterday because something happens when we start late. We lose people. Somebody go on Twitter, and if you can, I'm not telling you what to do, but you can go on Twitter and just tell people that we're in. One in and two out is always bad on a night out. One in and two out. What is that? Like you're trying to hit on some girl and there's two of them gone. 40 viewers now. Thank you very much, Kinsey. Lucy, the jokes are for DD. Was DD here? He said bad things about me. But I don't believe that anybody believes any bad things. It's people who don't know me. You know, they're in bad. Also, a Friday night, go down to the pub. It's Friday night. Yeah, I guess that's probably it. It's probably it. I'm going to meet up with Jim. The Jims. I guess they're two Jims. Your eye roll when Christie's called you a comedian. Yeah, I want to be called a comedian because it gets me off the hook. But I don't consider myself a comedian anymore. I guess I do. I'm not trying to be funny now. I'm not saying, oh, this is funny. I'm trying to be as interesting as I can. My joke have been broken several UN sanctions. That's principled uncertainty. He said my joke might have broken several UK UN sanctions. Yeah. Hi everybody, says Alan Williams. Welcome back. These are good names. Good names. Joe Sanders. Hi Al. Hi Al. I thought it says AI. Puts pressure on you to be funny when called a comedian. Exactly, it does. But at the same time, I don't want to be taken seriously like those people who thought I was serious when I advocated killing people. I mean, I do believe in killing people. I'm filled with anger and hostility, as we all are. That doesn't mean we're going to kill people. That doesn't mean, am I an influencer now? Yeah, I must be an influencer because they think I'm suggesting killing people who are collecting benefits. Okay, I got all the questions right, apart from who wrote the books. Yeah, well, I got that one right. I was 3-1, so you're 3-1 too. And because they wanted to do it like us. I don't know who we were gonna like join together and make a decision. I ain't playing that game. I want it to be Lewis Schaffer. I didn't go to university, and to pretend that I'm a part of a group. I'm not part of a group. So was Lou. Okay, you rolled your eyes. Yes, yeah. Am I a comedian? Are you a comedian? Do you want to be called a comedian? You guys go on Twitter and say, hey, listen to Lewis Schaffer. I was also told by someone, I don't want to say who's ratting on somebody, but I had like a guy saying bad things about me on the feed, and I didn't see it subconsciously. I don't know why I didn't. Christopher Harley, we can hear you. We can hear you, Lord. Can you see this thing? Can you see how ugly that is? Can you see that hanging down? Can you see that? That's just horrible, really. Can you see that? I shouldn't have showed that to you. I shouldn't have showed. This is what happens when you get old. You think old people got the wrinkles. They got the wrinkles. Anyway, so, amen. You need your own show on there. I totally do. Arthur, yes. That's the guy's name. He was saying bad things about me, but I don't know what he said. But don't get mad. Don't get mad and say, why do you think that? Try to convince him, or don't try to convince him. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's right and we're wrong. We're just looking for a nice warm place to stay on a Friday night. You all Friday night. I love it when you play with your weenus. I don't. Do you love it? Do you see me do that? I don't do it as much as I used to. When you reach a certain age, you don't play with your weenus as much as you should. Your own show would be awesome. I don't know what I would do with it. I'd have to have it with a very strong woman who's saying Lewis Schaffer's wrong. Anna Firth is my local MP. Is she still your local MP? I think she enjoyed you on there, Lewis. I enjoyed being with her. But, lots of women, you think you're in, but you're never in. Sam Sproxton is here, 43 viewers. As a sign of respect, you need to get as many Ofcom complaints as for Patrick's show as for headliners. People stop complaining about me because they just know it's stupid to complain about me. What can they complain about? Not that I'm making a joke, but it just proves you're an idiot if you make a Lewis Schaffer complaint, an Ofcom complaint. This is Lewis's own show, exactly. What is the Patrick show? I mean, I don't get to speak a lot, but I like Patrick, and I like people, kind of, sort of, if they listen to me. I mean, I like getting Ofcom complaints, but people don't complain to be about Ofcom. But maybe they'll complain about this, and they have a choice whether they want to listen to it or not. Screw people. Lewis, just a thought. Here's what Principal certainly says. You can at least indicate some way to chip in. Call me old school. What do you mean by that? By telling people you could go to Ofcom. You reported me to Ofcom. That's why I love you, Lucy, because you're very hot-blooded and you're filled with that. You're not the only person. I've been reported. People love you. They love you. They call the police. Are you getting as many viewers as Headlighters did? No, I don't think I did. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I mean, we're at 46 viewers right now. Listening to you is one of my favorite things to do. So I appreciate all of that. And I'm talking to you, not that I'm talking to you. We're in this together. Bingo wings. Is that what this is called, JDM? Is that what this is called? Me too. Thank you, Kinsey. Well, you know what we can do? We can all have a hug and a kiss together. I'm basically sexually what do you call that when you omnivorous, not omnivorous, devourous. I'm devourous. I want to hug and kiss and touch every woman that I meet. But I don't have the energy to do it, so I say no. I don't have it. You are the Harris Mab to give money to. The anti-Semite rumors are wrong. What is it? What are they saying? You are the Harris Mab? Harris Mab Principal? What does that mean exactly? Harris Mab? I don't know. Archie Gloom, voracious. I am voracious. A hoe. I am a hoe. I am a hoe. I wish I was a hoe. I wish I was a hoe, but I'm not a hoe. I wish I was a hoe. The hardest man. Is that what that means? The hardest mab to give money to. I'm the hardest man to give money to. I'm not collecting money here. You can go to my my whatchamacallit site, my PayPal site, lewisschafferpr@gmail.com. Okay? How do we give you money? Be clear if crude. I don't want to ask for money. It seems horrible, you know. I'm flirting with you. I don't know, Lewis Schaffer. Happy Friday, says John Van Dam. Is that your real name, John? That's such a strong name, Van Dam. It's such a very strong name. We're all in them. Start with Lewis. Lucy, do you think I'm a hoe? I'm a bit of a hoe. Like you asked me, why am I kinky? I'm kinky because I'm thinking horrible thoughts about all the ladies and some of the guys here. Well, maybe not the guys. I don't want people to think, oh, he means hardest man. Thank you, Joodles. I mean, oh my God. He would touch Angela Rayner. You know what? Probably I would. She's not that bad looking. She's all right. Why is it horrible to earn money? That's a good question. Why is it hard? Because I'm a Jew. I don't know. Because I want to keep these things pure. I don't want to sit here saying, oh, please give me money. And I want people to think I've got lots of money. I want them to think that I'm rich and famous. That I'm not sitting in my living room where my son sleeps in my 2-bedroom house. I don't want people to think that. I want you to think, ooh, you've got money. You've got money. I remember telling my wife I didn't have any money. And that I never had any money. And that I will never have any money. So that's now, in the past, and the future. I've never had any money. And she said, oh, you Jews always think you never have any money. That's what she said. You Jews think you never have any money. And we don't, basically. We don't. Can everybody hear me now? Can everybody hear me? So we're at 48 people. That's amazing. That is really, really, really amazing. Really amazing. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be great. We got new people listening, old people listening. What are we gonna do? We're gonna lose weight because Lewis Schaffer is a lying fucking hypocrite for losing weight. 51 viewers. Yeah. And yes, the sounds great. Thank you, Kinsey. I gained a kilo of weight. That's 2 pounds yesterday. I woke up this morning 1 kilogram heavier. 2 British pounds heavier, okay? You were the best speaker on the show last night, Lewis. You need to replace Farage, loud and clear. Well, they asked me, do I support Farage? I think we got to keep our eye on everybody. I don't know about Farage. I know we have to fight for England, basically. Cut it out would be a good name for your show. Lewis Schaffer, cut it out. Yeah, shut up. That's what Andrew Doyle said to me, and Cressida said that to me. Lewis, shut up. It's amazing you do this show every day. Is it amazing? I just love doing it. So it's not like work. It's not work if it's so easy to talk to people. I would totally freak out if I was 1 pound heavier. Yeah, well, you weigh twice, yeah, I would freak out. You're very small. I lost 2 pounds in one day, and I ate more yesterday. What does that mean? What does that mean, Lucy? You lost 2 pounds in one day, and then you ate more yesterday. Does that mean you ate more and then lost 2 pounds? Or you lost 2 pounds and you said, "Hell with it, I'm gonna eat more." Lucy has got hand clasped by Mr. Croxton. Well, this show is going to be it's about losing weight, and it's about maybe hooking up. People hooking up. Not with me. Maybe with me. What about air fryers? Are they good or bad? They're bad. We don't need any cooking. You don't need to cook, even if it's fast, Andrew Graham. Mick says, lift some weights. If you don't lose it, you can go hard, and a win-win, ain't it? Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I have a thing of weights, but I don't really lift it that much. I should be lifting it. You want women like a muscly man, but not too. You ate more and lost weight. Yeah, you can do that. You can lose weight depending on what you're doing. It's a science, but we don't know what the formula is. I think we are hooking up here every day. Yes, let's hook up. Let's hook up with each other. Let's hook up. When is the hooking up going to start? It's hooking up right now, Laughing Saturn, asking for a friend. You're a girl, right? Are you a girl, Laughing Saturn? You have a girl's name. I did 3 sets of kettlebell swings. What is 3 sets? Is that like 36 kettlebell? How many sets? How many is in a set? I don't know. I'm not that up on things. Is there any point weighing yourself every day? That's something I was thinking about today. I was thinking this morning, what am I going to talk about on the show to the people? I weigh myself every single day. You're a girl, Laughing Saturn. I love that name, Laughing Saturn. I love anybody who says they're laughing. I love Saturn, and I love that you're a girl. Yes, we should weigh ourselves every single day, because you will see what you've done wrong. Like last night, I thought to myself, I haven't had that much, and I walked for 21,000 steps, a huge amount of steps. And I gained weight. So you want to know what you're doing. But I could have been muscly weight, and my legs are getting stronger, I think. As a nutritionalist, some people don't eat enough, and the body stores fat for survival. But if you eat more, the metabolism can speed up, hence the weight loss. That's another thing I want to discuss, which is punctuation. Please add punctuation. That could be true, yeah. Our body stores fat as water in case we need it. That's what's his name does that. Well, that's camels. Camels do that. They'll save as fat as water. So there you go. I've stopped drinking a lot of water. I used to just guzzle again. Okay. Muscle weight more than fat. Muscle weighs more than fat. Yes, it does. It weighs more than fat. Hey. What is your snag, marry, avoid on Bev Turner, Dubes, Camilla Tomine? They're all marry girls. And because they're too beautiful just to flirt with in the office. They're all beautiful. Dubes is beautiful. Beverly Turner's is brilliant. And Camilla Tomine is also. So, I mean, I believe I'd like to have pointless sexual encounters all the time. That's what I would like to do, but I don't. I can't. I'm shy. I'm not even shy. I don't know. What do you all say? You all say it's better. It's better. You find a girl, you marry her. You give her love. And if you don't marry her, you better give her extra amounts of love. Don't you agree? Do you all agree with me on this? Do you all agree? Thank you, Mick, for saying muscle weighs more than fat. Snogdubes, marry Bev. No. Camilla's great. I love Camilla. And hi, Leslie. And you know what? I'm 68 years old, so I probably will appreciate you. It may not seem like I am because it doesn't work as well as it used to work, right? So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't work as well. It doesn't work. You can't stand. Well, it's good that Lucy points out that she can't stand Bev Turner. Weren't we all interested in who Lucy likes and doesn't like? We were all concerned. Thank you. Jules is laughing at something. I don't know what she's laughing at. She's laughing at the idea that a woman will be in bed with Lewis Schaffer and will be disappointed. Croxton likes what Lucy said. I don't weigh myself. I just wait till my trousers start falling down, and then I eat more. You know what, Alan? You can do that. You can do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I feel fat all the time. I come from a fat family. 1 kilogram of muscle weighs the same as 1 kilogram of fat, which is the same as 1 kilogram as feathers. You're totally right. It all weighs the same, but it may not look the same. It may not look the same. I was given 3 choices. Come on. You were given 3 choices. Well, what about what? Oh. You were told, yeah. No, you can have them all. Remember, we live in England. It's a free country. Whatever. You can have them all. Isla Fisher, no, because she dumped, what's his name? She dumped maybe the funniest guy in the world. And Denise Van Outen, I don't know what she looks like. Gail Porter, she's very left-wing, so the answer, I'm sorry, Gail, I'm sorry. Am I right about that? Sacha Baron Cohen. Thank you, Sam Braxton. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to come in to make it seem like I'm not retarded, which maybe I can't use that word, that I'm not suffering from mental disability. I forget Sacha Baron Cohen, who's maybe one of the funniest people in the entire world. I think it depends on who's trying to make it work. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's what women think. Women think that, and it's possibly true. It's not that yeah, that's true. It's true. You know, and it's like women. Men, women could think, I'm not getting off on this guy, and the guy thinks, you're frozen, whatever it is. Here come the girls. Okay, Douglas Murray, Patrick Christie, or Lewis Schaffer. Which one? Snog, marry, avoid. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. But Sacha Baron Cohen and Ricky Gervais on the 11 o'clock show, pre-fame. Excellent. I've never seen that. Sacha Baron Cohen is a hypocrite. Why, Lucy? You can't just say stuff like that. This was a Lucy. She just says stuff, but incomplete stuff. I want to hear the entire sentence. Why is he a hypocrite? I mean, he probably, he was with that woman, that Isla, whatever her name is. Lewis, I would snog, according to Claire C. Well, I snog you. Lewis, all 3, says Kerry. You know what? This is getting out of hand. Snog, marry, avoid. That's just Lewis. You would do all 3. You would snog me, marry me, and then run for the hills. Well, that's what my ex-wife did, basically. I love you, ladies. Yeah, I love you, ladies. That's what Judel says. Judel isn't even ladies. There are 52 people watching now. Thank you, Andrew Graham. That's what I appreciate that. Crocs. What does Crocs mean? What's a Crocs? What does that mean? A Crocs of S-H-I-T, shite, basically. Call me an ambulance, says Danny Bannister. Well, welcome to the show, Danny. I only have IH. What does that mean, IH? Mr. Crocs. Who is Mr. Crocs? Claire C. is wearing them on her feet. Haha. She looks like the kind who would wear them on the feet. Didn't Cohen frame Rudy Giuliani? He tried to frame everybody. But Donald Trump, if you remember, he was framing Donald Trump, and Donald Trump ran away. That stuff was so not fair, because I could see me being nice and kissing somebody and drinking or taking drugs just to be nice. That's what I am. I'm the kind of guy who, if you came in and you say everybody's taking drugs, I would go, okay, because I've got no moral backbone, sorry. What did I say? Who ignored me? Lewis. Who did? Did I ignore you, Daddy Bannister? I don't think I did. Mr. Crocs. What are you saying yes to? Kerry P. So you are a pleaser, yeah. Yeah, I'm a pleaser. Yeah, I'm a pleaser. I wanted to make my mother happy so she wouldn't go off to the mental hospital. How many of us don't tell me your personal things like I just did mine. But how many of us want to make our parents happy? What is stand-up comedy except trying to make our mothers laugh? They're depressed. Let's make mommy laugh. You know, you hear this quite often. Do you not hear it quite often about comedians? We want to make a 4% agreeableness. That, Joodles, that's exactly what's wrong with that test that I took. They say that I'm 4% agreeableness when I'm totally agreeable. Totally. I'm too much agreeable. But if you ask me a question about it, I'm going to lie and maybe say, no, I'm not agreeable. But I am totally agreeable. Thank you for mentioning that. Ambulances are very useful. Not too much excitement. Such soporific comments reading. It's funny on its own that I'm reading the comments. That probably why you like the entertainment industry. Yeah, it's why I like doing this. I want you to like me, and I want you. You know, I'm telling you that I like you. The agreeable test is that main. I think it's the Myers-Briggs test. It's the test that Jordan Peterson does. I paid £10 for it. That's that test, Myers-Briggs. Now we're up to 55. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Kinsey. But I'm trying to make you like me. I don't want to, the difference between comedians, right, and actors. I've said this before. I think it's a very good point. I thought you had oppositional defiance disorder, which I also do. But I also want you to like me as I'm being oppositional and defiant. Yes. I see 55, Daddy. But yeah. Laughing Saturn Ocean. What does that mean? I like you too. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Mick. A round of applause for Mick for saying that. But part of being oppositional comes from my feeling that I've got to be nice to people. When I want to scream at them, I want to say, get out of bed, mommy. Get out of bed. You are not depressed. You've got children to take care of. Oh my God, this is like too emotional. I'm going to start crying again. This is what I was thinking. Get out of bed. No excuses. No excuses. If you're disabled, stop being disabled. Stop being it and be a real person. I have Lewis on my left ear and Trump on my right. Well, we probably agree on many things, Donald Trump. He probably didn't get enough attention, maybe. I don't know what his story was. I was selfish and wanted my parents to make me happy and give me money. That made me lazy and crap with money. Want I? No, it doesn't. When you're young, children need total attention. I believe this. When you're old, if you give a baby enough attention, they go out on their own. They don't need you anymore. I love you, Lewis. Midnight here. Where is it midnight? It's midnight in Australia. Is it midnight in Australia? 5 o'clock. No, it's not midnight in Australia. Where is it midnight? I don't have a thing. Simon Evans genuinely made me laugh. Made me cry last night. He was brilliant. Do we need to hear this, Joodles? Do you think my audience wants to hear that they should be listening to someone genuinely funny? You're totally out of hand. Ian, Rosemary Connolly is my guru for losing weight. Oh, she's got that course. Yeah, well, it worked for you, but it may not be that healthy. And I'm not saying I'm totally right. So, Joodles, apologize to Lewis Schaffer. It's not funny. It's not funny. No one wants to hear how funny Simon Evans. Simon Evans looks like one of the aliens from Prometheus. I don't know what that is, Prometheus. What is Prometheus? Sam Sproxton. Tell us what that is. I write it down. Anyway, you're crying. You know what? No one wants to hear that. Anyway, so as I said, I woke up this morning 81.3 kilograms. And the day before was 80.3. And the day before that, I was 79.3. Simon looks like Papa Swerve. He's a very handsome guy, but he found out his dad, he's like half Jewish. He was on the TV show. I feel sorry for him. He's not Jewish, but he is Jewish in terms of how brilliant that he is, because the Jews are smart. Prometheus is the prequel to Alien. Was there a prequel to Alien? Enjoy Crocs. It was great. Okay, I don't know what Crocs is. Can we talk about me? Can we talk about me? I don't understand this stuff. Pete's Transport joins the house. How many do we have? 53. You're looking well, thank you. Even though you missed it, I've gained a kilo. And there's a certain angle. I think this angle makes me look. This part I should maybe cut. Hi, Lewis. You're looking well, thank you. Joe Sanders, you still can't do kg. Kilos are 2.2 pounds, okay? 2.2. Isn't Simon from a sperm donor, hundreds of siblings? Yes, he was. But the sperm donor was one of the most brilliant and evil men in the world. He's not evil that I know. He's great. He's great. I mean, he's great. I mean, we fought a little bit on the TV show, on Headliners in the beginning, because I was trying to be funny, because I could not be too super serious. I'm 1/4 Jew, and from Yorkshire, I eat all sup, all pay now. Eat all your supper, all pay nout. What does that mean? Can we speak English? Whoopi Goldberg looks like a predator. I saw her. Did I see her show? Did I see Whoopi Goldberg's show? I don't know. I'm not. She forgot she's supposed to be funny. She's supposed to be funny, and she took it very, very seriously. I hope I'm trying to be funny. My brother is half Jewish. Is his dad? Is your mom any? You listen to me. Being Jewish is the greatest thing in the world, but if you could avoid it, avoid it. Avoid it, avoid it. You got to avoid it. Lewis, you must have got my keto. You must have got my kilo. I have lost one kilogram. Okay, Pete, let's make sure we use pronunciations. Let's make sure we yell. I'm reading it. I'm not a good reader. Translate to stones. Stones are 14 pounds a stone. So 81 kilograms is about 12.8 stone, Mick. I thought someone could sperm donate. I just thought someone could sperm donate. Is there Mick? Is there any? Go rewrite this and put punctuation in there. I'm not anything. Do I need to be something? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't need to be anything. Most people, they're lying to themselves of what they are. Lying to themselves about what they are. Yorkshire speak. I hear all. I hear all. You're missing pronunciation there. See all. Say nothing. Eats up. You need to put pronunciation in there. Kilos are easier. They are very easy. Very scientific. What country invented kilos? Here's a question. It's not even a trick question. Yorkshire speak is great. Well, those people are very good in Yorkshire. They're good. I mean, the whole British people are good. I mean, you're not great, but you're good. Americans are the best. Now, maybe not the Americans. France, exactly. It comes from France. That's where kilos come from. It's the only country that has like 3 forms of weight. So we're gonna talk about punctuation today. We're going to talk about weight, and we're going to talk about everybody weigh yourself every single day. I think you have to, because you'll learn about food. I watched thousands of hours of YouTube videos. And they were vegan videos, they were vegetarian videos, they were old videos and meat eating videos. And after a while, you say to yourself, I know what the story is. They're just telling me something that's not true or whatever. I can't claim to be Jewish, but I grew up in Stamford Hill. Yeah, that's before Stamford Hill was taken over by the Jews, and now it's being taken over by other people. That's the problem. Today, Pete's 82 kilograms, so that's good, but you could still be thinner. How tall are you again, Pete Transport? I can't remember the last time I weighed myself, but I will tomorrow, a.m. Yes, wake up, take off all your clothes, take a picture of yourself naked, send it to me. Just kidding, everyone. That was a joke. But take a picture of yourself tomorrow. You like woodwork videos. Do you want to know something? If you want to learn something about it, 5'10" at 82, you're fine. You're not fine. You could lose a bit of weight. But yeah, you have to weigh yourself. I was very Jewish while I was there. School was next door to a Jewish school. It was good to be. Was next door to a Jewish school. Are you missing any pronunciation? Let's add. I was very Jewish while I was there. Period. School. My school was next door to what? Your house or to a Jewish school? So there were 2 schools next to each other. It was a good school. My school was next door, yes. But remember, let's work on the pronunciations. Or do you find it annoying that I'm asking? I'm not a good reader anymore, and the screen is a bit far away from my face. It's right down there. Oh, I wanted to play a couple of videos. Did you guys see the video of me on a TV show last night when I said we should kill or starve people who are claiming disability? And they just thought I was like evil. Pronunciation is not the word you're looking for. Standard STG grammar. What is pronunciation? How is that different? Oh, yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's not pronunciation. You're totally right. Joodles, thank you very, very much. Joodles is very, very smart. Thank you, Joodles. That's very smart. Yeah. Grammar. Is it grammar? Punctuation. It's not pronunciation. It's punctuation. Isn't it punctuation? Hose, anyone will still watch the cat video, or is it just me? I don't know what the cat video is. I saw it. Patrick's response was great. Was great. You were hilarious last night on GB. You don't have to say I was hilarious. I don't think I was. Maybe when I when I lose weight, comma, I'll write better. Yeah, welcome. Yes, punctuation. What did I say? I didn't say pronunciation. Did I say pronunciation? Yeah. Punctuation. Periods, commas, colons, whatever it is. I learned all about the colon when I was at university. Okay, The View. Do the weigh too much? Gutfeld seems to think so. Do they weigh too much? Gutfeld seems to. Are they all fat there? Well, they're probably on a vegan diet, and veganism makes you insane. It makes you insane. I think so. It's not going to kill you maybe immediately. Look, Paul McCartney is old, and so is what's his name, and so is Ringo Starr. I love Gutfeld. You know who praised Gutfeld? Jim Norton. We had a special conversation about him. I said bad things about him yesterday maybe, and I was into colons at uni. Yeah, that's the joke. Hey, Lola. Hello, Lola. Anyway, and he says he wasn't a stand-up comedian, according to Jim Norton, but he's very, very funny. I think you are better on here than last night on GB News. I think I am too. But remember, people are watching. Who knows who's watching now? It's going to be hard for them to criticize me because I'm saying so much shit on this. What are they going to say? What can they say to me? I'll just say, go to this thing. This is the 17th show I've done. Okay, my phone sorts all my grammar, comma, etc. Period, etc. Period out. The grammar police are looking for you. Yes, they are. I'm going to be the grammar police. Gutfeld is funny, but not as funny as the headliners. Well, the headliners, we could be sometimes funny, but a lot of times we weren't funny. We were not funny on headliners. And I had to tell the people, this is a comedy show. I was listening to Trump a few moments ago, and I was surprised how similar your intonation and speech patterns are. That's interesting, because you know what? I never thought I was like him, but he lived in Queens, and he came from a very well-off family, and I lived in Great Neck, Long Island, and I came from a medium poor family. And but he wasn't living in a place where he was where he was considered rich. He was living in Queens, not even in a super rich part of Queens. Sometimes when trying to write quickly on this chat, it is ... It is easy to make grammatical errors, period. Yes, it is. Forget autocorrect. You've got to read it over. That's not going to hurt you. You lot, period. Where what? That's where. We're always funny. We're always funny. Were, period. You lot, no, comma. We're always. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay? He came from a very well-off family. Did I say Fanny and not family? Family. You need to be with like-minded people on GB News, like Paul Cox, Leo, Andrew Doyle. Not necessarily. I like to be with conservative people. You can be more outrageous. You can argue with them. You can call them idiots. 1717 is a song by Don Lang, maybe. I don't know who he is, Don Lang. Just thinking. INTP, logician. I am an INTP, the other side. What's the one that's not an A? It's another thing. That's what I am. Andrew Doyle. That's what I am. I'm an INTP. I am. I took that test too. Andrew Doyle is a diamond. Yeah, he's great. I've said this. Maybe, talking about punctuation is only funny when Lewis does it. No, maybe you got to be prepared to be yelled at by saying, don't, Zager and Evans. That's the band. In the year 2525 went out. You know, that was a bleak time back then. We thought we were all going to die in the 1960s by Zager and Evans. You know, that was one of those one-hit wonders, Zager and Evans. I don't think it's like now. You feel we're all going to die. We're all going to die when you know. Jonathan Pye was much better when Doyle was writing. I listened to the video where he was talking, Jonathan Pye. Yeah, you know what? He wasn't much better because he didn't want to be in that position where he was accused of being serious. He wanted to be a comedian. The problem is, it's a lot harder to be funny. Is Andrew questions, according to Croxton, is Andrew Doyle part of the production on GB News? I very much enjoyed him on Rogan. I didn't see him on Rogan, but he was, yes, kind of. Well, we had our own production headliners. I did not think I was going to die in the 60s. I'm from the 1950s. Well, I thought we did. I remember when they killed Martin Luther King, and it was horrible. And I was watching riots going on the TV. I think it was during Passover or something. Pete says he didn't think he was going to die. Well, I did. I think Jonathan Pye is very left-wing. And I think that was what the problem was. I mean, Andrew Doyle was also left-wing, but I'm not sure he was as left-wing. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this. Hi, everyone, period. Capital L. Late to the party, period. We're talking about punctuation, period, question marks, I think. I was born in the 1950s and remember the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, I was 5 years old in 1962. I remember when Kennedy was shot a bit. I mean, we were surrounded by people being afraid. And, really surrounded by it. So Claire says, hello, Lynn. Lots of riots always happen at weekends or when the weather is good. Yeah, they're out and about. They're out in the streets. No one wants to go out when it's cold and rainy, basically. I took the Disney princess test. I'm the one entangled. Okay, I'm going to have to look for that. I love those kind of tests. Disney princess test. Disney princess test. Maybe if anybody wants to say what kind of tests they're taking. You're really trending on Martin Dorby's time here. Does he mind? I don't know. Well, when am I supposed to not be on the show because I've got 52 listeners on a program that's broadcast nationally? I mean, for Martin Dorby, I don't know. If they ask me, INTP, okay? You're an INTP. I'm an ESFP. It'll never work. I'm an INTP. I think that's what I am. Let's check what I am. Can I check? Can I check what I am? Okay, I'm going to check what I am. Hold on a second. Window caption. And I can't even get anything on my screen here. So what is it? Am I an E? I think I'm an ENTP or an INTP. INTP. Personality type. INT or ENTP. Now I don't even remember. That's how my memory is shot. ENTP. As the debater. Yeah, I'm the debater. What is INTP personality? Let's see what the difference is. The logician, the architect. No, I'm the debater. I'm an ENTP. ENTP. Innovative. They explore new ideas and possibilities. Yeah, that's what it is. On the 16 personalities test. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 ENTP, that's what I am. 54, very good. I'd like to be over 60, but it's good. We're all with friends here. Sam Sproxton, he's become a new friend. Did you get on with Diane Spencer on Headline? She's like a vegetarian. She's gorgeous. Yes, she was very beautiful. Did we get on that way? Did I flirt with her? No, because I was very afraid of her. Did I agree with her? No, I didn't agree with her. Did I like her as a person? I don't like any. Yes, I did. I liked her. Pete, the doctor. Did the doctor looks like Groucho Marx? Okay. I liked her. She got into a fight with somebody. I'm not going to mention who she got into a fight with. And she lost because that guy was respected. Hey, Galactus is here. Martin doesn't deserve your 54 viewers, Lewis. Exactly. Exactly. Invite me on the air. I won't broadcast at this time. What are you doing? What you're doing is more important. If he wants them back, he'll have to come on your show. The answer is he'll have to come every single day because I think this is a good time. We got 55 viewers. I think it's a good time. What do you think? Is this a good time? Joy Earls. I love Disney princesses. I don't because they're not, they basically sold out America. I'm an ENT. What is ES? I mean, find out if I'm compatible. Everybody take that 16 personalities test. Gotta go, Lewis. Okay. Everybody, if you gotta go, just go. You don't need to say I've gotta go. We're not gonna cry. And we don't want to cry that you're gone. Okay? In the year 2525, right, that was the song. Who Will Live and Who Will Die? Yeah, that was the song by Zager and Evans. Okay? Come on, Lewis, dish the dirt. Who she lost the fight to. I'm not going to get into this. Oh, Steve 496 Davies. Have you changed your name? David, have you changed your name? I was told about your live during Patrick's show last night. Thanks, your say. Yes, okay. Whoever wrote it in your say. I don't know if you should do that in your say. But where are you from? Where are you from? Hold on a second. Steve 496. Is that the year you were born, Davies? There you go. My personality's ENTP. Well, that's what I am, but I've done a Peterson test as well. I'm only 5% compassionate. My wife is 1%. Could be similar to me. People don't think that I'm compassionate, but I really care. How tall are you? Who do you want to know who's tall? You're 5'9", Kinsey. Okay. This isn't an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. Very well said, JDM. Just F off and I'll speak to you later. It's just a number that fitted. I have a nickname on your say. How old are you, Steve? How old are you? And how tall are you? And how much do you weigh? You're 5'9". You say you're 5'9". You're 5'9". 5'9". I'm 5'9 and a half, 5'10". My nickname, Tinks. Your nickname. Joy is a guy, though, right? You're 53, 5'9". That was a good height back then. Now people are a lot shorter because they're on vegan diets and carbs, or they're taller. And you see some of these women now. You never saw women. They're like all legs. The legs go up to my nose. Thanks, Kinsey. I'm happy with it. Anyway, I should be just reading the questions. More subscribers. Sorry. If you, as ventriloquist, there's no punctuation. Put a punctuation. Do ISIS women and Jewish women doll? Oh, so can you Slumbert put in punctuation? More subscribers. You're saying I would get more subscribers if I did ventriloquism. If I do ISIS women and Jewish women doll. I don't understand I don't understand. You say you speak English, but you don't speak English. And you don't do punctuation. We're doing punctuation. Okay. So let's do this maybe for tomorrow. Should I find the video? Let me find the video. Let's find the video. This is that 16 personalities thing. Can you find this? 16 personalities. Let me see if that's here. Here you go. 16 personalities. The debater. Go to this thing. 16personalities.com. Personalities. John Van Damme is 6 feet, 63 kgs. It's all right. That could be a bit better. Punctuation. I don't know if that's the way you spell it, but punctuation, yeah. So that's that. The other thing we need to look up at, which is here, thank you, Claire. See, there's people getting mad at me, but I wanted to get mad. I wanted to get mad at what did I want? What did I want to get? I wanted to find that thing. Where was the video where someone said that I was a? I'm going to play this. Let's see if I can play notifications. Let me see if I can find it. Look what somebody said about me here. The face of extreme right-wing ableism. I mean, really. Really. Okay, let's find if we can find the video. It says, Lewis Schaffer, look at how horrible you are. We can watch that, and maybe you can agree with me. Look at all the people saying things. It's so nice of everybody. Some people say I'm horrible, but some people say that I'm not. We're looking for this video. We're looking for the video. Can you hear me? I'm not seeing the screen, so I don't know. Wow, look at all the things. Okay, here we go. Ready?
In a nutshell, what's happening, as we understand it, is that Sir Keir Starmer has caved, and if you are on PIP benefit, it's staying the same. And if you are on the health aspect of universal credit, it's staying the same. This whole reason he was doing these things was to try to save the country money. And he's not going to save any money here, is he, Lewis?
Probably not. I mean, what does Labour do? They're not good with money. I was actually told that by a councillor in Southwark. We're not very good with money. They're not very good with money. So why did you expect that they were going to be good with money?
Yeah, well, but I mean, this is something that they said they were going to do, and then these U-turn because he's got the whiff of a bit of pressure. I mean, we're all going to end up paying for this, aren't we?
This is completely and utterly humiliating for the Prime Minister. This is his 8th U-turn in under a year. I mean, he's gone from a historic landslide to U-turning, every 5 minutes. He can't stand up to his backbenchers. He is not a serious Prime Minister. He can't be taken seriously. And frankly, he's made a rod for his own back. And this is going to... When you're weak, as he is, people try it on. And this is going to carry on and on.
In a nutshell, what's happening, as we understand it, is that...
And utterly humiliating for the Prime Minister. This is his 8th U-turn in under...
In a nutshell, what's happening, as we understand...
weak as he is, people try it on. And this is going to carry on and on and on. This will be the end of him.
He's lost James O'Brien. There is a clip in the system. I'm hoping we might be able to play that. It's a James O'Brien clip I did at 9 p.m. But he's lost James O'Brien. James O'Brien's coming out saying that this is absolutely awful. Keir Starmer's an ocean-going dud. I'm paraphrasing here. I mean, has he got any mates?
Of course he's got mates. He's got another 300 of them there. We've got 1,000 people a day claiming PIP, right? And the legibility is being tightened up on that. So, you can say we're not good with money, but the point being is that they're making a step in the right direction to ensure that those people that are coming on and trying to get it now are going to face tougher, eligibility criteria.
How much are we going to save now? Come on.
Well, it's not going to be the $5 billion that they set out. That's obviously quite clear. So let's be honest about it.
Is it?
I haven't done the maths on that. But...
And you know what's really bad is so what if he's changing his mind? You want someone to change their mind if they've made a mistake, number one. And number two, you don't want him to be powerful. You don't want a guy like that. The guy's I don't know what you'd call him, but he's not a good guy. He's not good for this country.
Do you think he's made a mistake, though, Lewis?
I think he's made a mistake. His core beliefs are a mistake.
Do you not believe that they should be cutting the benefit bill?
What does this guy believe in?
We know what he believes in. He doesn't believe what's best for this country. He believes what's best for over there at the whatchamacallit.
So you agree with Nadia Ratomi and Diane Abbott that he's made a mistake?
I don't follow those people.
Well, so that sounds like you do, though.
But either way, because can I tell you how bad this guy's been, how bad Labour's been? They're constantly saying Tory cuts, Tory austerity. I've been hearing that for years. For years, he's been promising he was going to spend money. It's like a guy coming home for Christmas and he's promising his kids are going to get nice Christmas presents, and he's got no money, so he shouldn't have opened his mouth.
The thing is, And
I missed that. Did I miss that? Did you miss that? Did I miss that? Okay. First of all, the screen was covered. I can't figure it out. My son is not here. I apologize to you people. You deserve something better. This is so incompetently done. my shows are so incompetently done. I'd like to be able to press a button, but I asked my son Columbus to help. He's not here. He's working 3 days in a row. The guy's working. What kind of guy is that? He should stay home and take care of his father, number one. Number two, it isn't the video that I wanted to play, which is the video accusing me of being someone who's advocating the death. They didn't put that in there. They didn't say where I said they should kill. I don't think they did. They should kill. They should shoot disabled people in order to get there to be less disabled. I don't believe that. Maybe I do. I don't believe it shoot. But I guarantee you, how few people would be disabled if they were shooting people. You know what I mean? They wouldn't. I said I don't advocate that. And I also said we should starve disabled people. I don't believe that. But we should make sure they're not getting any money. I guarantee they'll find money. In this country, they'll find money. They had 14 years to plan, and look at the mess. Exactly right. They lied to the people. They said there's going to be plenty of money. The Tories are cutting back on the money. There's too much money wasted. I'm against them. Okay, can we tax disabled people? Well, disabled people, like people who say that they're disabled, they may not be disabled. They could do plenty. They're not disabled enough that they can't write me an evil tweet. That, Lola is an INTP-E, INTP-T, which is I'm an ENTP-T is what I am. So what do you think? Now, let me see. Should I find the other video? And I'll play the other video.
In a nutshell, what's happening, as we understand it, what would you say to those people, Lewis? How would you get them into work, get them off their backside?
Just starve them. I mean, that's what people have to do. That's what you got to do to people. You just can't give people money. Like when I moved to this country so many years ago, they said, you can't take any money. And I believed them. And I think it was a mistake by believing. You can't take any money. I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to say, listen, we're not giving you any money. No. What else can you do? Shoot them? I mean, I suggest that, but I think that's maybe a bit strong.
Yeah, it's just not allowed these days. What would you say to those people, Lewis? How would you get them into work, get them off their backside?
Just starve them. I mean, that's what people have to do. That's what you got to do to people. You just can't give people money. Like when I moved to this country so many years ago, they said, you can't take any money. And I believed them. And I think it was a mistake by believing. You can't take any money. I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to say, listen, we're not giving you any money. No. What else can you do? Shoot them? I mean, I suggest that, but I think that's maybe a bit strong.
Yeah, it's just not allowed these days. What would you say to those people, Lewis? How would you get them into work, get them off their backside?
Just starve them. I mean, that's what people have to do. That's what you got to do to people. You just can't give people money. Like when I moved to this country so many years ago, they said, you can't take any money. And I believed them. And I think it was a mistake by believing. You can't take any money. I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to say, listen, we're not giving you any money. No. What else can you do? Shoot them? I mean, I suggest that, but I think that's maybe a bit strong.
Yeah, it's just not allowed these days. What would you say to those people, Lewis? How would you get them into work, get them off their backside?
Just starve them. I mean, that's what people have. Okay. So what did you think about that? Taxman? Anyway, yeah, well, that's basically what I'm saying. This is what I said. Does it seem like I was being serious about shooting people or starving them to death? Of course, you got to be against that. But people also, why are we giving out government money? I don't believe in the government. Even though I'll take the government money if they give me any money. You know what I mean? I'll take the government money. Okay. All right. So that was interesting. Did you hear that? Did everybody hear that? We're in a loop. Is it still on? Is it still on the loop? Is it still on? I think I turned it off. Window capture. Full screen. Okay. Okay. Lewis, disabled people watch you. I am classed as disabled, as terminal cancer, and I watch you. I don't bother with the money just to have the badge, blue badge. I know you are joking mostly. I'm joking mostly. But a lot of people don't deserve it. And a lot of people shouldn't be getting money from the government. I'm against the government giving you money. I'm against it. We should have family and friends. We should take care of ourselves. That's what I'm a romantic that way. But at the same time, you know, we can't be giving out money to everybody. We can't be. And I think that's the problem with this country and America too. There's a limited amount. The government wants to hand out money because that's how they get power. And if you, how cancerous are you? I agree now that I've heard it 5 times. What have you heard 5 times? Love. What have you heard 5 times, Lucy? Yeah, let's talk about this. There are people who are listening who are getting benefits. You don't have to say you're getting benefits, but yeah, I'm also disabled. But there are thousands who shouldn't be claiming it. Get off your ass and get to work. Yes, exactly. But even people who are getting it and deserve it, I'm against the government handing out money. The government shouldn't have other people's money. And I'm not saying there should be charities either. We should have families. That's what we need. But they've destroyed the families. They've destroyed the communities. They make it bad. There are a lot of people on disability who shouldn't be. I am more concerned about the billions spent on illegal immigrants, though. Yes, but they're getting benefits too. They're getting stuff, and they don't. And outrageous things are funny. Outrageous things are funny. We give them money too. Should we play Squid Games for PIP? I don't trust the government to decide who should get the money, which is why the government shouldn't have any money, which is we should go to your family and friends and say, listen, this is what's the matter. And you know what I mean? And I guarantee you, if there's 100 people who are collecting disability and the money is cut, people will not be disabled. They won't be disabled. But if they're going to give out disability money, do I sound horrible? This is the time of the show when I start, for an hour where everything is good, and then I start sounding horrible. Make a case. Carers allowance is good, but not enough. No, it's not good. It's not good. The government should not be deciding who gets carers allowance. There's not enough money in this country anymore. What do you say, Lucy? I am hyperactive and get excited at things like flashing lights, colors, and other strange stuff. I won't get tested to get a label or payments. Drugs might be good, though. You know what? People get excited. Don't get excited. The joke was like when Kenny Everett went to the Tory conference and he said we should bomb Russia and kick Michael's footstick away. And what did the conservatives go? Yeah, go for it. It has to be reverse Squid Games, though. Whoever is the most mutilated and disabled by the end of the tournament gets the PIP. I never saw Squid Game, so I don't really understand it. But the truth is, if you say you're disabled, you become disabled. The next thing you know, you're relying on the government money. When I quit my job to go home and look after my mom, carer's allowance was £44 a week. I was doing the job of a district nurse. Well, here's number 1. Get rid of district nurses. Number 2, get rid of the NHS. Number 2, life is not fair, Let's go back to families. Let's go back to women staying at home with their families. How is that? Oh, my God, I'm so horrible. I want to apologize to you people. The shows are so good, and then people find out the truth of what I'm thinking. I don't think I could enact this. Carers are so underrated. They are underrated, but they shouldn't be sponsored by the state. The state shouldn't be sponsored. The NHS has too many carers, or maybe it doesn't have enough. What do you think? What do you guys think? It saves money, yeah. Carers save money from the NHS. But let's say we didn't have the NHS. We wouldn't be worried about it. Maybe you'd figure a way for you to take your mom to a certain place where there are other parents, other people looking. Elaine, hey Elaine. Lewis, given that you don't work, who will support a family with a wife who is staying at home? Well, here is the deal. The deal is, I don't even want to talk about it because Elaine, you're not going to like what I have to say, and I don't even know if I believe what I'm going to say. So I shouldn't say what I'm going to say. But we've set up a system here for the state to take over, and I'm against the state And when I mean the state, I mean the NHS and the PIP people. If I had stayed in England, says Jules, with my 35,000 a K job, very sexy, 16 years ago, maybe I'd have paid more tax than getting the £44 a week. You could be right. Yeah. And you weren't making any money. You didn't pay any tax, and it cost them money. Okay, the NHS is not free. We pay for it all our working lives. Yeah, but even people who don't use it pay for it. It's like, yeah, screw the NHS. I'm not an NHS fan. The NHS has lots of professionals, not quite so many carers, though. I care for and live with my 78-year-old parents, 78, 79. Dad has dementia. Multi-generational homes are the key. Yes, they are. Non-stick Nick, they're the key. People should live with each other and not go to the state and says, oh, the state's going to give you money. Or if they get sick, the state's going to pay for your health care. The NHS does not save lives. It does not make people live longer. I don't believe that. Oh, my God, I'm so horrible. Can I apologize to you people? If any of you don't want to listen to me ranting about this, I can understand why, because we love the NHS in this country. Evening, Leanne, okay? You know, we love the NHS, but mainstream medicine does not make people live longer. It doesn't. It doesn't. You go there. I was seeing a very interesting. You see that interesting YouTube thing where the guy has diabetes, and they're bringing him. There's health meals for kosher people, for halal people, for high fat people, but there's nothing for low carb people, because the NHS is killing people. I've invented an starve, shoot, or save. Yeah, that's funny. Starve, shoot, or save. Martin Daubney's viewers have gone up. They've gone up. I hope you don't think that I'm bad. I don't want to be a bad person. Dad has dementia. Yeah, we need families. We need people. I don't believe in public education. I don't believe in public health. I don't believe that we should be paying people money. I believe every man for himself. The NHS made me claustrophobic, forced a face mask on me to get an MRI scan, says Nick, non-snick Nick. Yeah, you got to wear a mask. And masks, they've proven masks are bad, and they don't make anybody's lives better. And this is our NHS. They mean well, maybe. A lot of them mean well, but they were wrong. Have we gotten an apology from the NHS? No, we haven't. Family, oh my God, somebody's going to be listening to this, and they're going to say that I'm anti-NHS and I should just leave the country. The NHS is good when it works. Well, Pete, any healthcare system is good when it works. They're looking after me well, but I do have to keep on their case. They aren't, Nick, because their chemotherapy does not work. Okay, yes, Crocs, the NHS is fooked. Undertakers like Lewis. Genocide urges. Undertakers like Lewis. I don't know what that means. You'll have to explain that. I'm saying when I stopped listening to the NHS, I got healthier. When I stopped listening to mainstream medicine in America, same thing. I got healthier. So it's not just the NHS, it's mainstream medicine. Maybe it's cheaper to do it this way than in America, but it's still bad. Okay, Leanne says, I live 2 doors away from my parents. They both are disabled. Yeah, and they've probably been killed by the diets they've been eating on a high-carb diet. Are they on a high-carb diet, Leanne? On the keto as well, it works. Yeah. Keto, go keto. Do not eat plants. Eat red meats. Don't be keto on a plant-based diet. Okay, so did we answer that question? I'm against the NHS. I'm against doctors. I'm against paying people carers allowance. I'm every man for himself. Fight it out. Family is the most important thing. Yes, I believe that. It's very important. You know, I let my parents die in America. My father had a stroke when he was 77. My mother, just died. It was horrible. I didn't take care of my mom. And I couldn't. I was drowning. Jean de Valette, you are a guest in the UK. Yes, I am a guest in the UK. Yes, I am a guest in the UK. But you want my opinion as somebody here? Can we do the country better? Yes. Am I going to declare revolution on the country? No, because I am a guest. Thank you, Jean de Valette. Where are you from again? Okay. Put punctuation, Pete Transport. Okay, absolutely. My dad was diabetic, and he was a mass of different advice, including that he must eat carbs. Yes, exactly. He is stuck in his ways. Now he turned 80 last month. Yeah, he's been killed by the healthcare system. They knew about carbs 50 more years ago, 150 years, but they made money after selling sugars. It's cheaper. I'm a guest here. Yeah, I'm a guest here. Aren't we all guests on this planet? Where are you living? I'm living here now. Could go somewhere else or could die. We're all guests on this planet. But I don't believe in carbs. I believe that diabetes causes carbs. I believe that. I mean, maybe you guys don't believe it. If you don't believe it, you can try to convince me. Otherwise, am I right? Convince me. Should I be convinced? Yes, I should be convinced. Convince me. And who's pumping this stuff? We're outside applauding the NHS for putting face masks and breathing devices down the throats of people, and then it doesn't work and them dying. I'll give you a round of applause for killing people. No, somebody needs to question the NHS. They need to question, and not are we giving them enough money? Saying, what do you believe? You believe in mainstream medicine, and that's wrong. Right amount of everything is good, but a little bit of naughty is better. Well, I am naughty. I'm naughty because I'm saying bad things about... I'll sign your passport photo. Thank you very much. I'm not a guest here. I wasn't invited. I was created without choice. But a case can be made. We're all... Yeah. But, and that's why I believe we should be asked our opinion about everything, including the NHS. We shouldn't go, yeah, we got to believe in it. Okay. I agree with the carbs thing. Yes, I agree with the carbs thing. I can't stop my boys eating them, though. No, you can't. It's very hard. It's really hard. They are too hungry and tall. Yeah. But you wake up one day and they have type 1 diabetes that they got from having type 2 diabetes, right? And they might have all the other diseases from eating carbs. My kids too, they eat too much carbs. I agree with the carbs thing. Okay, that's what Lola says. Thank you, Lola. I clap for the NHS on my doorstep, but only because I found one of the girls a few doors down from me attractive. You're talking like Lewis Schaffer. That's the kind of thing Lewis Schaffer would do. And then I would tell her personally what I thought and lose all chance of ever that happening. Feels more like masochist than guest here. Yeah, it feels like, well, what happened to our country? You're not a guest here. We're not guests. That's very funny. Okay. I clapped for the NHS until I was cured from a severe case of gullibility. Yeah, that's funny, nonstick Nick. I think Galactus thinks you're funny too. Okay. But that's the truth. I don't want to say bad things about the NHS. They mean well. People who teach in school mean well. The police, everybody means well. They all mean well, but they're wrong. I didn't bang saucepans on Thursday. Clapping the state. Sorry. Too Soviet for me. Lud, remember this should be two O's, and when you say too much is 2 O's. The 2 O's is for too much. Yeah, it's too Soviet. It's too Soviet. We're told that they're great. And then you find out that they were lying to you. I knew they were lying. I lost a lot of friends over the COVID thing, and I hope I don't lose you guys as friends. 56 viewers, but only 20 likes. Yeah, because I forgot to say. Yeah, that's true. Like the video, and subscribe, please, if you can. Please, if you can. I won't be talking about this all the time. You should have more confidence, Lewis. You're fabulous. I am fabulous, but I'm saying something that people might disagree with. You might think I'm being cruel because there are 2 million NHS workers. That's a lot of people. And you might think that I'm being anti-NHS workers. I mean, I'm not. I'm because there's a certain way of thinking and to join the NFA. Even though the UK is in deep shit, it is still an amazing country. Yeah, that's what we're fighting for. I say that having lived in multiple countries, being an immigrant in other countries allowed me to start loving my own country. Yes, it did. And you know what? I love this country. I'm an immigrant. Like, subscribe, and chat with us in the chat box. Can you do that for everybody? Like, subscribe. That's great. Yes, it's a great country. The Japanese eat raw fish. I eat raw beef. They also eat raw beef. Yes. The Japanese people eat lots of carbs, white rice with everything. They don't eat that many carbs. Yet they live a very long life and are generally not obese because they don't eat too much boiled baked food. They don't. They don't eat that much carbs. They eat a little bit of carbs. The NHS is a bunch of unionists. Is that unionist as in globalists, or is that union? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Mick. Yeah, they're team world people. They want the state to do everything, so we're enslaved to the state. Do you agree with that? The average age of 85 is of the universe. Yeah, most people, yeah. They eat rice with chopsticks, not massive spoons. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and they're not fat. If you get fat, you can eat carbs if you don't get fat, but carbs make people fat, don't they? I eat a lot of Kit Kats. Yeah, not good. Not good. Watch your mouth, otherwise you might be lucid. What does that mean? Lalo Schifrin died. He's the musician Lalo Schifrin. What did he die of? Most people agree with me. You think so? Love that. Who is Lalo Schifrin, Lucy? You love that. Okay, the poor Japanese eat mostly rice. That is totally not true. You see a plate of food, they got a little rice bowl. They've got a lot of whatever it is, whatever that rice is, fermented stuff. They eat a lot of beef. Eating rice with chopstick will definitely help me lose weight. Yes, it will. Yes, because you can't be a fat pig when you eat with chopsticks. I'm not saying you're a fat pig, but you can't be one. Have you seen how many flavors of Kit Kat Nippon have? Yeah. And they don't eat it the way we eat it. And maybe someday they'll be fat. They're letting immigrants into the country. Who knows what the country's going to be. Eating any food with chopsticks will help. Yes, that's true. Very true, Mark Thurisian, who's half Armenian. He wrote the Bullet music. What is Bullet? Bullet the movie with Steve McQueen? Japanese eat a lot of miso, exactly, which is fermented soup. I made some of it in class, and it's fermented as we speak. Have to wait 10 months until we can eat it. Yeah, and it tastes delicious. It's not as good as raw meat, but it's still good. Okay, but that's good. We believe. Okay, it's thought to be higher doses of iodine in the diet. Iodine, like seaweed, that leads to Japanese being all over the most cancer-free. Yes and no. No, I don't believe that. I think it could be that. It could be iodine, but I don't think so. It could be that. It could help. What makes people cancerous is eating fat. Not eating fat, is eating carbs and getting fat. That's what makes people cancerous. I knew we'd get it together, Joodles. Okay? Seaweed is a very good healer. Yes, it is, if it's cooked properly. If it's stewed and whatever it is. So Laughing Saturn is the logician, so she knows we should listen to her. I'm the debater. I'm debating you people. I'm having an argument with you people. That's why it bothers me when people won't even discuss things, when they start hating you, because I'm very flexible. He wrote Mission Impossible, Lucy. Okay, Lalo Schifrin. How old was he, and was he fat? Or what did he drink, and did he smoke? Why? Is my an exact match with you? Oh, no, you're an exact match with Lalo Saturn, according to that. Do you believe in genes? A little bit, but not a super major amount. I mean, I believe that a monkey's genes is different than our genes, so they can eat plants and we can't. But, human genes are pretty similar. I eat everything except seed oils, mayonnaise, sauce, out of a bottle, homemade. You make homemade sauce. Mick, punctuation. Watch yourself, son. You were given a massive favor. What, to live in this country? How old was Lalo Schifrin? Jean de Valette. Is that you're English, but that's a reference to something from a British play about French people. I live on coleslaw. I like coleslaw too, but it's not fermented. Sauerkraut is better than coleslaw. Do you think two exact personality matches would be blissful or end up killing each other? Well, you got two lecturers or two debaters, so I would say probably that's not compatible. If you believe in that stuff, I believe in genes. Levy or Hilfiger. Oh, and you spelled genes wrong. He was 93 years old. That's proper old. Yeah. The miso we tasted at the class was out of this world. I hope mine is the same. It probably won't be, but keep on going. A round of applause for Leslie for making miso soup. I love miso soup. I love the fat on pork chops. I do too. I love pork chops, especially if they're raised properly and not fed corn, grains, and stuff like that. But it's really brilliant. Leanne says she lives on decaf milky coffee. That's probably better than regular coffee, but at the same time, you might want to try. Do you filter it? Do you filter the decaf? I try to filter it twice. Okay, I love the fat on a pork chop. I do too, but the fat can have a lot of omega-6 and not be good. Hi, Ian. Thank you for coming in and joining us. I eat one ingredient foods mixed together and cooked. Yes. One ingredient foods mixed together and cooked. Well, I don't believe in the cooked business. And I don't believe in eating one ingredient foods because they could be plant foods, starches, and stuff like that. No, I believe that opposites attract, but maybe that's just me. You're attracted to yourself. It's a good question whether you should go out. He was a Jewish Argentinian. Okay, well, there are Jews everywhere. That's why those people in Gaza are realizing you can't kill all the Jews. I'm sorry. We're not going away. Am Yisrael Chai. I don't know whether that was loving. I'm so bad. I want to apologize. Pickled cabbage, sauerkraut. Yes. I believe that as a plant. That's good. How about a good old Wellington, like a beef Wellington? Is that what you're saying? I had a Wellington the other day, but it is if you're going out, like to a pub or something. I mean, and I mistakenly ate the bread. So I don't eat the bread. I love Jews. Thank you, Loli. I mean, not all Jews are great. A lot of Jews are bad Jews because we're human beings, and the Sikhs. Sikhs are great too, but a lot of Sikhs are human beings. Am I right? Did I skip anybody's from reading this thing? But sauerkraut is really good. What the Japanese do, they don't get fat. They don't eat as many starches as you think they do. They're not like us, where we have a huge bowl of pasta. Okay, pork scratching, especially the hairy ones, are the best. Well, they're cooked food. They're good. And Christians, same thing. Christians are great. Dinner at non-stick. Nick, if you cook for me, I'll eat cooked food because I don't trust you. They eat so much veg. They don't eat as much as you think that they do. And if they do eat the veg, they stew it. Or they stew it. They stew it. Whatever they do, they stew it or they rot it. It's rotten food. Do we have any Japanese people listening? Say what do you eat? I mean, it's like that book, that red zone, blue zones. It's all a lie. They eat more meat than veg, Leslie says. That's what I believe that they do. And my old girlfriend went to Japan, and that's what she told me. And I saw pictures of what they were eating. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos about what they're eating, And yes, there are carbs in sushi, but there's also, there's carbs. So the Japanese, you know what? This might actually be helping somebody. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Well, the food is just amazing. Remember that song? I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. One, two, da, 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 da. Who sings that? The Vapors. Is that the Vapors? I'm turning Japanese. I was lucky to spend 2 weeks in Japan. Amazing people, culture, and food. Yeah, they were amazing unless they were killing people during World War II. They were absolutely horrifically racist. The Vapors, Lucy. Yeah. We know what that song is about. What is that song about? Yes, I forgot what it's about. What is it about, Steve? What is the Vapor song? This year's Glastonbury's sounds like a nightmare. Are we going to talk about Glastonbury? Owen Jones is giving a talk on Gaza. The pricks of Palestine action are there. They are... Gary Lineker is giving a talk about how to make friends. It's insane. You know what it is? You don't have to go there. I don't care for types of people. Jews, Sikhs, Catholic, etc. We are all the same. We're not all the same, but we don't, we are slightly different. Okay? I like good-hearted people, end of. Doesn't matter as long as you are a reasonably decent human being and truthful, period. Yeah, but you know what? People, yeah. I guess so, yeah. I guess people are people, but you know what? When someone's trying to say that, you know, it's about becoming a naturalized Japanese citizen, I don't think it is that. He said it wasn't. The guy who wrote the kneecap. Yeah, they're. You know what? They will wake up when all those people realize that 400 people were killed at a very similar type event to Glastonbury. You know, but it'll be too late by then. They weren't canceled. No, I mean you shouldn't say to them they can't have people there. But you know, oh, you were joking. Okay, I didn't get the humor. Sorry about that, Lucy. Put an exclamation point, whatever. Or make a face. Make a face. What was the song about? It rained at Glastonbury. First wash. Listen, I don't take showers. Let them be dirty. They want to be dirty. You know. I mean. You know, maybe Jews will say we're not performing there anymore. Okay, you know one of the kneecap people. You know that guy. Oh yeah, it is. That's up there. Well, remember, Northern Irish people. You know, they think that they're against the British, the English, right? Isn't that what it is? Okay, against this. How many people are watching right now? How many people? I got my thing is 49. I don't see anybody. The number isn't changing. I don't know why it doesn't go up. It doesn't go down. 57. We've done great. 58. Really great. Maybe that's what you want to hear. You want to hear me screaming at something and you want to scream back. You know? Or maybe you all agree the NHS. We could do without it. You all could do without it. Every single one of you people. You are my people because you're here. But you want to live longer. You say low carb, and I'm going to get thin, and it's going to be super hard. And that's what I'm saying to myself. And then you won't need the NHS. Rant. We don't need the NHS. You go into a thing there. What are they feeding you? They're feeding you bowls of bread and just all sorts of horrible foods. So maybe that's what we need. We need to say, live. We're living. We want to live. We're choosing life. We're choosing life. Okay? Kerry P. Who is anybody friend? Anybody? How many people? I can't
there
check
we go.
Who's whatchamacalliting us? Perfectly placed knowledge. Who says that? Steve. And they feed you toast, exactly, which is a death food. It is delicious. Don't think, Luan, you're 58 people there. Don't think, Luan, that I'm saying it's easy to lose a few pounds. It's the hardest thing in the world, but it can be done. You don't have to take an injection. It can be done. The hardest thing in the world, but it can be done. Okay? It can be done. What is Mick saying? I'm not going to read that word, but I'm not going to read that word. They feed you toast. That's what Kinsey says. She's so right. Toast. Who doesn't love toast? I love toast. Toast and jam. Who doesn't love toast and jam? How can you say no to it? But maybe one piece of toast a day. But you shouldn't be having it. You shouldn't think, oh, this is all right. You should, no, Joodles, no. Be nice. Be nice. What explosion? Be nice, everyone. Have you seen Sharon Ozempic? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Ozempic might be totally okay to do, but I lost weight the old-fashioned way. And heart attack on a plate. Yeah, the heart attack on a plate a few years ago. Well, that's what they're serving you, because then it's not enough red meat, and if they give you... They're trying to give you. They don't want to give you red meat because we care about the animals. The animals are dying. The animals are dying. They're dying. The animals are dying. Well, we can't bomb Iran because the camels might die. The camels might die. Yeah, she looks horrible, Sharon Osbourne. And if you look at that other guy, Ozzy Osbourne. He's shaking. Why is he shaking? It's alcohol, cigarette smoking, and carbs. That can make you shake. People look so bad in Ozempic anyway. Well, when I lost weight and I was eating carbs to lose weight, I looked horrible. Horrible. Are you? Horrible. Because you can't just lose weight. But if you lose weight, if you basically eliminate all the whites I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me. You listen to the NHS, those liars. They're not liars. You see, someone could capture that little bit of me saying that the NHS are liars. The camels. Yeah, the camels. The poor camels. We can't bomb Iran because a camel may die. A camel may die. I had to give a talk there. Where did you have to give a talk? Up there in thing. Anyway, who is Steve? Oh, Steve Duffy was one of the people. But the point is that Ozempic. I have a friend of mine. He's lost weight using Mounjaro, and I've actually been prescribed a GLP-1 inhibitor, which I think has the same effect. They just prescribed it to me because I wouldn't take their blood pressure medication. Maybe I should just take their blood pressure medication. I would like a girlfriend covered in Marmite. Well, Marmite is delicious, but it's fermented, right? So it's probably not that bad, but it's extremely salty, and it can make you fat. Salty food makes you dehydrated, and being dehydrated makes you fat. Am I right? Does anybody agree with this? You think camel tastes nice? I don't know. Do you think it does? Yeah, I've never eaten camel. I've had rabbit, and I've had kangaroo when I was in Australia because I'm special. I'm in Crocs. What does that mean? I'm in Crocs. I don't know what you're talking. Do they they eat them? The camels. I'm not sure the Iranians have camels. I'm just making a joke about why we can't. I was talking about about the Jews. They babies are dying. Would that give her a yeast infection eating Marmite? That's a funny joke. A friend of mine called up a TV show and says that there was a rabbi on the air and said a doctor on the air and said my girlfriend has gets constant yeast infections. Is it okay for me to? I don't want to tell the joke on the air. I love haggis. I love haggis too, but it's made with carbs. Haggis is like black pudding. It's got too much carbs, but I love haggis. Haggis is unbelievably delicious. The problem is all the food we shouldn't be eating is addictive. Tell the joke. Okay, I'm going to tell the joke, Lucy. Is that my girlfriend gets constant yeast infections. I asked a doctor this. A Jewish, I either asked a rabbi or a doctor, I don't know. Gets constant yeast infections. Is it okay for me to do that thing with her during Passover? Is that the joke? I'll have to think about the joke. This is why I'm not a professional comedian. Too much Marmite can get you a candida flare-up. Yes. Can it? Maybe it can. Oh, yeah, it can. Yes, because too much carbohydrates gives you candida infections. They give you itchy balls. They give you athlete's foot. All the diseases, 95% of all the diseases are caused by eating too much carbs. Google candida and diabetes. I had itchy feet. My feet were so itchy. They're itchy now because I've been on a high carb spurt. Yeah, I love the joke, even though I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't meant to be on the radio, and that's when people listen to the radio. This is the 1970s or something. Can you not stroke somebody? I hope Lewis is on an American soil as he tells his joke. Otherwise, he might get Lucy Connolly'd. Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about it today. Well, that's what they were saying. They were saying because I said that they should shoot. How do you get rid? I meant as a joke. How do you get rid of people on benefits? Shoot them or maybe starve them. Stop giving them. And I didn't mean it, but I could be knocking on a door and says you're proposing shooting people. Where's my damn gun? Maybe I get Mick, you need punctuation. I'm not going to listen to Pick anymore. Yes, candida lives on our skin all the time. But you know why it lives on our skin all the time? Because we're on a high-carb diet. I had psoriasis because my skin was filled with carbs. Don't eat carbs. Use your diplomatic immunity, Lewis. Use it. I don't have diplomat. Do I have diplomat? I could say I'm an American, and I'll embarrass because people always ask me, "What's it like living in Britain?" Yeah, you don't want to be exposed. Everyone knows me in America. They may not like me, but everybody knows me of a certain age, and they've all heard of me. He's the American guy here, and if I get arrested, they'll go, "Oh, they arrested Lewis Schaffer. Did you hear Lewis Schaffer got arrested?" A lot of people will be happy. Yeah, he deserved it. A lot of people will say they're arresting everybody. They're even arresting that schmuck Lewis Schaffer. Yes, you're totally right. I do have a bit of diplomatic immunity. What's it like being an immigrant? I'm an immigrant. I came to this country because I thought that people would love me in this country. My ex-wife lied to me. But you guys love me. How many people? Why don't I have people? How many viewers do I have? It's been stuck on 49 viewers. That Lewis Schaffer, he had it coming. Exactly. They believe that he had it coming. He had it coming. Lewis Schaffer, you know what they said about me? They said, Lewis Schaffer, he wasn't kidding. Just read his act. He meant it. That's what a girlfriend said about me. 53, okay. It makes sense if I eat loads of potatoes. I get itchy feet and toe cramp. Yeah, the reason you do is because you use punctuation, Mick. Okay, I'm not going to read Mick's thing anymore. The disabled people will pop a bottle of champagne when they get you. Yeah, they will. You see, we told them and who are the disabled people? They're people. A lot of the people who are disabled are people without a sense of humor. I hate to say it. They're without a sense of humor. Your ex-wife didn't lie to you. She loved you. Then who knows what happens? She's 58 online. Thank you, Pete. Maybe she did love me. She wanted kids. I said we'll have kids. I gave her 2 kids. I don't know if I did. I haven't done a DNA test on my kids. Maybe I didn't. But she had 2 kids when I was the father, and they look like me. I don't think you are an immigrant, whether you like it or not. You're one of us now. I am not. I'm an immigrant. I'm not one of you. I'm not one of you. I'm not one of you. Mass punctuations now. Very funny, Nick. Mass punctuations. That's what this show is about. It's about eating our weight in punctuation. Eating so we thin. Toe and foot cramps, nasty. Yeah, I had that. I had bad I take magnesium. I don't have cramps anymore. Just wait at the top of the stairs. The disabled can't get you there. If I was disabled, I wouldn't have a sense of humor. Yeah, well, I was really bad. I couldn't get out of bed because I had arthritis. I had gout. I couldn't move my shoulder. Lucy Connolly pleaded guilty, poor fool. Just plead innocent. Yes, and embarrass the out of them. Okay, Lewis, do you get free immigrant stuff? If no, why not? Do I get free immigrant stuff? No, I don't get any. I don't think I do. Well, I had to buy my flat, which I paid money for, and which means I gave a British woman tons of money because she bought the flat, I don't know how many years earlier, and paid £28,000. Lucy, having a sense of humor when you are, Steve, you're means you're disabled. That's part of punctuation. Disabled is what gets us through the day. Yeah, it does. But that's not everything. Saying I'm not disabled, even if you're blind, I'm not disabled. To everybody who says I'm disabled. Look what you did to poor Mick, making him shove those commas in. Yeah. Lewis, do you get free immigrant stuff? Period. And then it should be if no, comma. I put the period after stuff. But thank you very much, Mick. Everybody give Mick a round of applause. He's great. The shoulder, too, very painful. I don't remember what it's called. It's called tensing something. And I had to have an injection in my thing there. Lewis should get council flat in Peckham. Well, that's pretty much what I have is a council flat, which I pay top. It wasn't super expensive, and I remember my wife saying, "I will not have my children living in a council flat in Peckham. I will not." And then when she saw it, she says, "Oh, this is quite nice. Sorry, I'm usually part of the punctuation police, but I was typing too quickly to notice." Yeah, there you go. Well, thank you very much, Steve. And a free car. Yeah, they're giving out free cars to people. And some people maybe need free cars, but why should the government give out free cars? You know what Americans do, which you British people don't do? They give to charity. So much money they give to charity. They give millions and billions of dollars to charity. And the government gives money. America's the most generous people on earth. Lucy Connolly pleaded guilty because she was basically forced to. Yes, she was kept in prison. And she says, we'll let you out of prison if you feel guilty. She wanted to see her children. She wanted to see her children. I've been stopped from seeing my kids. And it's a horrible, horrible thing. Of course, British police don't give a shit if you see your children. They don't care. Now she's being hogtied, dragged around 3 flights of stairs, and starved for 2 days just for one tweet. Yeah. And you know what? I shouldn't. It's not my business. It's not my business. It's not my business. But I'm saying I would start screaming. We give loads to charity. You do not give loads to charity. I'm sorry, you don't. And you shouldn't give to charity. You should give to the political beliefs. What happened to Lucy C is a national disgrace, Jenny 1007 says. I'm disabled after 10 pints, period. Very funny. A very concise, nice, short sentence. I like that, Mick. I keep telling my mom I'm getting a GoPro to show the world how hilarious we can be. Yeah. I mean, you do make a lot of jokes. Okay, so there we go. So PDF's walking free, and Lucy is locked up and tortured. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible because she's fighting for her own country, because the left don't believe in our country or your country. Motability was set up by, guess what, a friend of a minister. A friend of Motility is now a billionaire. Yeah, they made the money. And who is it being paid for? By the British government. Now we maybe it's not. I don't know. I apologize. Northern Ireland gives most to charity. A fact. Yeah, because you're immigrant people. You're immigrant people. Most Irish people living in America are Northern Irish people of Protestant descent. Okay, so 3 more today. She was 15. I don't know what that means. Okay, large tax-funded TV channels in Europe don't cover these. They don't cover these English scandals. No, they don't. And we should. I mean, I don't believe we'll talk about Channel 4. Okay, we're going to say goodbye. The last 10, we're going to be on the air for 10 more minutes. Everybody say goodbye to each other. Say goodbye. We're going to be on for 10 more minutes, part of which I'm going to just say goodbye to people, and then we'll say goodbye. We'll say goodbye. I mean, 2 hours is enough. I can't talk for more than 2 hours. Can you subscribe? Can you like? Can you do all that stuff? No, not yet. People, what are you supposed to say? Stay? Yeah. Supposed to stay? I hope they don't come after me, but they could come after me. I mean, luckily I can go back to America, I guess. You know, I could live in America, but I'd be letting down the team here. But Jews always have a second plan. They have to get out. Remember, we were kicked out of this country in 1290, the Jews. Okay? 1290. Goodbye, beautiful people. Thank you, Ian Lomas. What's the number of people listening right now? And I don't even know why. I can't find out this stuff. See you, great. Lola, thank you, Lola. Press like then. I'll come round to your house and force feed you carbs. I'm sorry, Lola, I will take it. If you did, I would do that. Would be funny if you got arrested on stream, Lewis. Yeah, it would be funny. It would be funny. 50, 52. Yeah, it would be really funny. 52. It would be funny if I was arrested for what I've said. No one's forcing people to listen to my craziness. I'm not English, so why would you listen to me? And I'm a Jew, so I have another agenda. You know what I mean? I'm an American. I have another agenda. So you don't have to listen to me about food, about the NHS. If you can't take Lewis Schaffer saying something, then I'm going to be taser. I'll taser Lewis Schaffer. That's funny, Mark. But, and Slumbert, yes, very funny. I'm glad my schedule worked out to be able to catch live stream. I'm glad I made it home in time. I only spent an hour a bit talking to Jim Norton. Who's going to go to Jim Norton's show tomorrow? I think the tickets aren't that expensive, and it's in the Leicester Square Theater, so it's a beautiful theater. And you go up and say, "I love Lewis Schaffer." You say, "I love Jim. Lewis said for me to see it." Raid on Lewis's apartment. I might let you in. Don't come. It'd be really scary. But if you want to meet me, I'll meet you at the Ivy House. Even though they've banned me, I'll meet you at the Old Nun's Head. I'll meet you at the many, I'll meet you for a drink up the road, a cup of coffee or whatever. It's been fun. This has been a great show. I've tried to put a little more energy than I had before yesterday. Lucy, if you don't love Lewis at his worst, you don't deserve him as his not quite so bad. So you're saying I'm bad. I'm always bad. Very funny, Lucy. Very funny. You love the Ivy, Galactus. The Ivy's a great place, but they banned me. But it's a really nice place. It's expensive. Because it's basically a private club, even though it took government money to save it. It's an old house on the way to the cathedral. What's an old house? I don't want to say goodbye, but we have 5 minutes left. So say goodbye, because at 5 minutes left, I'm going to hang up. Old Nun's Head is the meeting place. Well, it's now a totally, I don't want to say it's great. They're all great. But we need to find places to go ourselves and to punish people for saying we can't be there because we listen to Lewis Schaffer. Why they banned me? They banned me because somebody complained that they Me Too'd me. They complained about me. I shouldn't be talking like this. I should let lying dogs rest, but fuck them. They complained about me. Okay? They complained, and they called me maybe like I don't even know. And the person never said what I did wrong. They just cried. So everyone came up with a different thing. You did this to this. But people don't listen anymore as closely as they used to because of Amber Heard. Anyway. I'm eating a roast chicken tonight and no carbs. A round of applause. I eat the dark meat. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'd eat it. Don't eat chicken raw. Don't eat chicken raw. It was about your trans joke. It could have been about my trans joke. What trans joke did I make? I even forget. Lewis, Me Too'd at the Ivy. You're laughing on the floor. I wasn't Me Too. Yeah, somebody called up and complained about me. Say, how can you have Lewis Schaffer there? He did something really bad. What did he do bad? Well, we can't say what he did bad. Or maybe they made it up. The 78 bus, keep it mobile. That's not the bus that goes into Nunhead. The 12 bus. Oh, yeah, they got really upset about that. Then they said, it wasn't even a trans joke. I was saying you should love anybody, even a trans person. That's the amazing thing. It wasn't. You're right. You're right. It was Lucy. Thank you. It was I made that thing where I did my show, which is Beautiful Woman, which is about me. You Are Beautiful. It was about me, and I was in love with a girl who was a trans girl, and I rejected her because she was trans. And then years later, I went and saw her, and she was, I realized I should have loved her. And you could love anyone. You have to work to love. And it's basically about my ex-wife, too, because I didn't love her as like I should have. Or my girlfriend, or any girl. It's like saying you can love. Yes, you can love. You can love even somebody who's heckling you online or something, or even comes. You could love them. You could say, hey, they didn't know. And that's what this Jim Johnson... The Kinks, Lola, yeah, you could love somebody, but that doesn't mean, it's the right choice for you. And if you decide you don't want to, you don't have to, but you shouldn't be. So that's what it was about. And they totally misjudged the whole thing because people, the left, do not have a good sense of humor. They don't. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say that? Boo! If they knew. Where's Leanne? Where's the punctuation marks? If they knew you, they would know you were just you. First of all, Leanne, there's a your, is a Y-O-U-R-E. You are just you, period. You need periods, you need punctuation. Bye, everybody. Everybody, goodbye. Well, I'm going to hang up in about 2 minutes. Oops. Yeah, oops. Everybody's called out. We're working on good public punctuation. That's what's going to make me better. That's going to make us, as a group of people, better than the left-wing horrible people. And you know what? I'm going to put this on Twitter. And if you could forward this and say, you know what? It was really nice online while it was live. Please listen to this. Please. Good job holding to a schedule. Yeah, I said 5. I was on the air at 6 minutes after. because I was talking to Jim Norton and Jim Florentine, and I just love those guys. And they remind me the honesty of Americans is amazing. Is amazing. One guy is telling me how he's fighting with his wife, how he can't see his kids and all that stuff. And the other guy is, I'm not going to say who it is. Another guy is telling me I'm not going to say what they're saying, but they were so honest, relatively or open. They were open, 5/6. What are you saying? N, Joodles, yes. What are you saying? We're all saying goodbye. We're all saying, I don't want to hang up, but I got to hang up. I got to hang up. I got to hang up. Are you all waving goodbye? Does this continue to go on? Because I actually didn't turn it off the last time. And so it went on for about 30 extra minutes. 30 extra minutes. Oh, is that where you're living, Steve? Up there in Wales. In Wales. Poor Wales. Well, Wales was kicked off their country. They're the Palestinians of Britain. Who kicked them off? It wasn't the English that kicked them off. Catch the next one. We'll be on tomorrow. What time should we be on tomorrow? Fight for punctuation. Don't say that, Slumber. We're on the same team. Wimbledon is on. Lots of love, Lewis. So what time do we go on the air tomorrow? What time? But yesterday was on like for a while. Yeah, I didn't press the button. Well, what time can I get an answer from you people? What time tomorrow? It's Saturday. 4 o'clock? Should it be 4? It's going to be lovely. 5 o'clock? 5 p.m., Kinsey says. 5 p.m. I mean, that's such a prime time, right? People are going out. Are they going out? Let's do 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, says Galactus. Any time as far as I'm concerned. Thank you, Kinsey. Yeah, that's brilliant. 6. I don't know if I have a date tomorrow night. I don't really have any dates anymore. I don't know if my kids are around. I don't know, 5 p.m. All right, I'll let you know. How about this? I'll let you know at 12 or 1 o'clock. How about that? In the afternoon. That's our slot, 5 p.m. Maybe it should be a different time on the weekends. It should be 5 o'clock during the week, and on the weekends it should be a different time. You have a date with us. Yeah, that's why I tried to rush home. 5 o'clock is Schaffer Standard Time. Yeah, maybe that's what it should be. It's 5 o'clock, and if it's later, I'll let you know. Lewis at lunchtime. Maybe on the weekend, Lewis at lunchtime. Yeah. And then, we spend 2 hours, and then you can go out. How about that? We need a poll at the start asking about the time.
There we go.
Yeah. A poll. I don't know how to do a poll. I don't want to. I should do a poll. Yeah. But I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like one of those guys who basically gives in to everything. Not that I don't mind giving in. Lewis Schaffer's Late Show. That's very good. Yeah. Lewis Uncooked at 12 noon. At 12 p.m. Lewis at lunchtime. Sounds good. Lewis at lunchtime. Lewis, did you watch Sunday Brunch? No. I like Nana. You like Nana. Perfect timing today. Yeah. Late, Lewis. Lewis late. Late, or is that you mean later? My chum, who rings every day at 5, just asked, are you live streaming? At least you have a chum. Round of applause for Joodles having a chum. And also, we're going to work on taking your glasses off, because Joodles wear glasses, and the answer is no glasses. No glasses. No glasses. Glastonbury. They want to put on people who hate Jews, which is what these people are. People who are willing to die themselves because they hate Jews so much. They're willing to support people who want to kill Jews and kill Christians and kill themselves. I would like a late show one night, Lewis, maybe 11. Maybe I'll come to your house. I'll come up to wherever you're living. Where are you living? I don't even know. Schaffer to noon. Yeah, Schaffer in the afternoon. Stormer is on TV. I can even listen to him. His voice. I can't even. You can't even listen to him. Yeah, he's horrible. Okay, that's our show. I'll see you later, everybody. Wave goodbye. That's our show. Ending the live stream. I'm actually putting on the window capture for the stream.